Africa, say it louder. Say shut up. Salam alaikum, 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 salam alaikum. We stand, we bend, we fall. All we need is freedom. All we need is freedom. Free from slavery, free from slavery, free as a man to slavery, free as a man to slavery, free as a man to slavery, free from slavery, free from slavery. Yeah. We're here to speak the word. We're here to stop the war. We're here to speak the word. We're here to stop the war. We're here to speak the word. We're here to stop the war. Salam alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Salam alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Salam alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Salam alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, African one. If you wanna be free, the most simplest one in the world. Get yourself the better winner with the music coming straight to you from the one of the most peaceful man. So many lying down on the streets, waiting for them we are counting at the ends. Get yourself the most free time I preach about freedom. Preach about freedom. We're here to speak the word. We're here to stop the war. We're here to speak the word. We're here to stop the war. We're here to speak the word. We're here to stop the war. Let us look on the street and say, listen, youth. Stop violence and say, listen. You have to listen and be a man. The music we are doing is not a music for fun. We are preaching, hear it loud and clear. Day, night and day, no sleeping it out. Better preach, let the people hear. Better preach, let the blind feel. The sound of freedom and love. 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 Salam alaikum. Morocco. Salam alaikum. Libya. Salam alaikum. Niger. Salam alaikum. Nigeria. Salam alaikum. Niger. Salam alaikum. South Sudan. Salam alaikum. Sudan. Salam alaikum. South Africa. Salam alaikum. Africa one. Salam alaikum. Africa one. Salam alaikum. Let's unite and be free. Salam alaikum. United we stand. Salam alaikum. Salam. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is Concerned Citizen of South Sudan going live this Saturday for very important issues that are happening, new development in the country. The last 2 weeks, I was not feeling good. Live. Again, I welcome all of you tonight in this episode that will link it actually with Clubhouse. So those who have no ability to watch live on Facebook will be able to listen on the Clubhouse at the same times. Our topic tonight, as you can see there below the screen, our topic tonight is here, a state of communal violence worsened by absence of good leadership in the country. Again,
بالعربي تفاقم حالة العنف المجتمعي بسبب غياب القيادة الرشيدة في البلاد. All of you know this. لما ما يكون في قيادة رشيدة في البلد, and this is the result. This is the result of communal violence. And communal violence is not going to be just only one thing that we are talking today. It has been happening for quite some time in our beloved country, Republic of South Sudan. وتكلمنا فيه تكرارا ومرارا. الوضعية دي يعني شرحناها كتير في جونغلي, بور and مورلي, and نوير and مورلي. It has been happening for quite some times, and because في غياب القيادة الرشيدة في البلد ما في حلول للمشاكل اللي بتحصل في البلد. الناس بتموت بمرض وبجوع وبقتل العشوائي الحاصل في بلادنا. It's something not new, but you as a citizen, as a concerned citizen of South Sudan, wherever you are, whatever you're tuning tonight, you have that ability to stop this, because الشعب هو في النهاية لما يعاني هو بيقول كلمته. And that's why we have been calling for quite some times. 5 سنين من احنا بننادي بنقول يا اخي ما في قيادة رشيدة في البلد, في موت, في عدم المسؤولية في البلد, lack of basic necessity in the country, corruption and all this violence, insecurity in the country. We have been preaching this for quite some times, for a very very long time. والتاريخ يشهد والكل يشهد بما نحن يعني قاعدين نقول هنا في السوشيال ميديا. وها نحن اليوم نكرر مجددا الاحداث ما زالت مستمره, والبلد ماشي يعني الى يعني نهاياته. بصراحه انا بقوله كده, ده النهايات بتاعت البلد, لانه الكوميونال فايلنس not only corruption, communal violence بدت في جونغولي ونحن عارفينها بين مورلي وبور وناس بور وناس تويج ونوير, وكوميونال فايلنس استمرت في Greater Upper Nile. انتوا عارفين مشاكل في ملكال, Unity State, and all these areas didn't stop there. The same government created war حصلت في Central Equatoria, killed a lot of people left the country. They went to Uganda, bigger refugees because of their own government which is supposed to take care of the welfare of the people of South Sudan. احنا قلنا كلامنا عن الكلام ده, but we have been leveled with names, but ما زال مستمرة. شايفينها ما زال مستمرة. اوكي, وكان في رومبيك ايضا communal violence, ناس بيموتوا كل يوم بمئات, يعني huge number of people, they were killed in Rumbek. But thank God, right now Rumbek, as we speak today, Lake State, they have a leader though. They have a good leadership. Janafil, if that Janafil can pull this up, and make people of Lake State sit down under the trees or whatever they can be sitting down, and brought the matter of concern to their attention. إنه إحنا بالصورة ده إحنا هننتهي, وبالصورة ده ما بيكون عندنا بلد, وبالصورة ده ما يكون عندنا generation هيكون معروفة بس violence. And that's why violence is ended in Rumbek. So I salute Janafil for his work that he has done there. لأن الزول لما يعمل الصح, you know what, it must be appreciated and must be recognized, and he has done so. Now today, as I'm speaking here, زي ما أنا وريتكم قبل, this is not the first time for me, for myself and others colleagues who are on social media to be talking about communal violence في موجودة في بلدنا, because of weak of leadership, because of corruption, because of their own interests. They want this country to go downhill. They want this country to continue to suffer, people to suffer in the country. If there is stability in the country, and then the citizen will be asking for basic necessity, for school, education, roads, hospital. حاجات دي كلها المواطن هيسأل, لكن because إدارة بتاع زول اللي اسمه سلفا كير ما بيقعد يوم ما, it will never feel, it will never feel ashamed, and it will never feel that, there is a need for me to give South Sudan a chance. There is a need for me to give people of South Sudan a chance so they can grow, so they can move this country to the next level. ما بيحصل وما هيحصل, لأنه this is the way he is. We absorb the man, we absorb this leader for a very long time. So it doesn't care. It doesn't care where you die. It doesn't care where there is corruption. It doesn't care where there is development. It doesn't care. Now العالم بدأت تتحدث إنه القضية من جنوب السودان من ما كانت قضية سياسية, هي العالم بدأت تتحدث إنه القضية بقى تتحول, بقى وين, بقى يقولوا قضية إثنية, وما كان يعني من باب قريب انه نحن يوم ما نتحدث انه قضيتنا في البلد قضيه اثنيه، لان نحن لو كان اساسا مشاكلنا مشاكل اثنيه ما كان نحن we got together for nearly 22 years نحارب العدو لحد ما نجي ونصوت في ريفرندوم together لما نكون عندنا دوله. لو كان هنا اثنيات متحاربه، اثنيات متناحره، اثنيات لا تقبل بالبعض، ما كنا we were not even able to get together so we can fight. We can fight the common enemy. Al can neglected and marginalize the people of South Sudan for a very, very long time. So here you have it, my dear brothers. احنا اتكلمنا وقلنا يا اخي السلام فشل، لانه اساسا ليه ما يفصل السلام؟ لان اذا كان the same person is the one that created war، فكيف انه يعمل على انه يكون في سلام في البلد؟ لان لو نفس الانسان ذاته القاعد في السلطه ذاته هو اللي خلق الحرب عشان يكون في الحرب في البلد، عشان يكون في استابيليتي في البلد، فكيف انه يرضي بالسلام؟ كده بس انت شاور نفسك من بس common sense، منطق بس كده، شاور نفسك. شوف لو انا الليله ده I want to create war so people can be destabilized so I can remain in power, would you think I will be willing to bring stability in the country? Would you think I am going to care about bringing peace in the country? No. Salva Kiir has made it clear, and he has made it clear for a numerous time. حتى clips الماشي في السوشيال ميديا I played here before وكنت قال يا اخي انتوا لو بتحاربوا next time I will just have this my small army surrounding myself and I will not even form a committee. I will not even send a troops to go to protect you or just to bring violence to an end. He has spoken before. He has shown people of South Sudan that he does not care. But the problem is us. The problem are the citizens. The problem are the leaders who don't see past for the future, who only see the interests, in that government. That actually أنا لا أقعد عشان شنو ناخد شيك وأكون مرتاح وما إلى ذلك. But they don't see the past and the future. But if they were in right mind, هم كانوا يعرفوا since day one إنه the government of President Salva Kiir Mayardit does not and will not and will never, he's not willing in Junub Sudan to have a window of peace. بالأسباب اللي أنا ذكرت لكم قبل. لأنه لو في استابيليتي لو في أمن في البلد، لو في استقرار في البلد، الناس هتبدأ تفكر يا جماعة دايرين مدارس، دايرين مستشفيات، دايرين موية نظيفة، دايرين شارع يكون كويس، دايرين والبلد هيزدهر، هيكون في سياحة، الناس هتيجي. والناس اللي عندها capability، الناس اللي عندها ambition إنه I want to be president, I want to be a minister, I want to be a member of parliament, people will be start thinking about that. That's what they don't want. They wanted to close that window. And he succeeded closing that window by turning people of South Sudan against themselves. إنه ده عدوك وده عدوك وده عدوك وده عدوك، وده الكلام بس الفضل في راس الناس، إن الناس تحارب بعض. لكن one more time we have to revisit this. أنت لازم تفكر، لأنه بوجود سلفا كير we will continue to suffer. بوجود الحكومة ده مواطن هيموت، بوجود الحكومة ده بيكون في corruption، بوجود الحكومة ده ما في تقدم، بوجود الحكومة ده more violence will happen and South Sudan may disintegrate it. This is what's going to happen. لأن زي ما أنا ذكرت لكم مشاكل حصل بين مورلي ونوير ما لقى لها حل، مشاكل في يونيتي ستيت ما لقى لها حل، مشاكل في سنترال إيكواتوريال الحرب اللي هم كرييتد ما لقى لها حل، مشاكل في واراب ما لقى لها حل. الآن نحن اليوم نتحدث إنه في مشكلة بين أبيي administrative area وواراب ستيت. imagine يعني المرحلة اللي وصلتنا في الحكومة دي. Imagine, and it's keep continuing, and people are not. Who cares? Even leaders, أبناء البلد. Who cares? How many times نحن بنتكلم هنا بنقول يا أخي Salva Kiir does not care about you. Does not care about you. You are a Dinka. Does not care about you in Tanwir. Does not care about you at all. What he care about, this is not a criticism of the president, but this is يا جماعة the reality, the واقع عشناه من 2005 من 2006 all the way to 2022. انتوا عايشينها، الناس عايشه الوضع دي. ده واقع، دي ما كلام ساكت من راسنا. انتوا شفتوا how he turned people against themselves. شفتوا how he said that he will not, if لو في violence he will not intervene. He is so comfortably لأنه جنوب السودان to President Salva Kiir من what? من جوبا، من J1، من الاريا اللي هو موجود فيه ده. as long as the area الموجود فيها ده protected، عنده حرس جرار ما شاء الله، هو قاعد جوا هناك drinking dining happy، خلاص that's what it is. But you كمواطن غيور، someone غيور لبلده، is that South Sudan? Is that South Sudan that we fought for 22 years? Is it that South Sudan? If you ask yourself that question. And that's why we are keep asking, can South Sudan be given a chance? Can South Sudan be given a chance? This communal violence has no end. We are not fighting any foreign country. We are fighting among ourselves. And the fight actually has been created by our leaders, and we can see them on our own eyes, and we can see how they're planning it. Can South Sudan be given a chance? Yes, South Sudan can be given a chance. The only chance that can be given to South Sudan is President Kiir to resign and get the hell out of the government. That's the only one. A lot of people of South Sudan will continue suffering. Will continue suffering as long as it's there. The hate, the level of hate is skyrocketing all the way uphill. الكراهية مشى يعني مرحلة بعيدة جدا جدا، ولكن بوجوده هو الشخص الخلق الكراهية، the one that created hate, the hate will not go anywhere unless he has to get out of the way. Unless he has to get out of the way. That's how South Sudan has to be given a chance. South Sudan has to be given a chance so they can have a technocrats government, a government that will come and have a constitution conference. At least people of South Sudan will have a consensus among themselves how we want this country to be, from economic structure, from the law, developmental, how this country can be moved forward. But with Salva Kiir will not happen. You have seen it. You have seen it for 17 سنة. You will see it. لأن دي حكومة غير مفكرة. دي حكومة بليدة. I'm saying this because من الواقع اللي احنا عايشناه وشفناه. دي ما ناس عندها فلان. دي حكومة ما عندها استراتيجيات قصيرة، استراتيجيات طويلة. ما فيش. دي حكومة بتمشي بتدين القروش ويجي يخطوا في جيوبهم فقط. دي الحكومة الموجودة، ودي أصلا ما بيقولوا حكومة. دي مجموعة من الناس just they wanted to benefit from this country, and that's what has been happening. Sometimes we level ourselves, we say, oh, the Dinka are beneficial or the Nuer are beneficial, but you know, we miss the point here. In as long as they are there, we will not go anywhere. And that's why you South Sudanese, wherever you are, your voice is very important. انت في جوبا، انت في اويل، انت في ملكال، انت في يامبيو، انت في توريد، انت في يي، انت في بور، انت في ملكال، انت في رang, wherever you are so crucial. Your voice, your contribution, when you reject that regime, when you reject that evil regime مليان بcorruption and hate, when you reject them, you will have a country. But when you don't reject them, when you condone what they're doing, that's why we end up where we are today. You know, 5 years ago, we predicted this country is going to continue going down. ما يتعامل في بلدنا شنو؟ زي ما أنا شرحت لكم قبل، هم خلقوا الحرب عشان الناس تكون busy with their own well-being, security, their own security. That's why they created this, and they continue to do that. This regime, led by President Salva Kiir Mayar, this regime, ده الراجل لبس كاكي يوم كم؟ يوم 16 شهر 12 2013 لبس كاكي. وقال there is a coup attempt، قال في انقلاب في البلد. لبس كاكي، اول مره يلبس كاكي، لبس كاكي عشان داير يمشي شنو؟ يحارب، عشان يمشي يحارب. حتى الحرب بتاعنا مع اخوه في الشمال اللي كنا بنحارب معهم، وقد when we went to هجليج سلفا كير ما لبس كاكي. واحد يقول لي يا جونكور يا سلفا كير لبس كاكي، سلفا كير ما لبس كاكي، لكن عشان في زول في مهددات لسلطته، في مهددات لسلطته، هو اللي لبس كاكي وجاء في التلفزيون وقال داير ذا كو اتم، لبس كاكي عشان الناس يمشي تحارب. But when there is a foreign aggression, no. When Kenya invaded Musal Islam, no. When they were attacked in Kiradem, ما لبس كاكي. When there is a term attack everywhere, ما لبس كاكي. أنا ما أعرف نشرحه بطريقة ثانية. يا إخوة وأخوات في الوطن، إن الرجيم ده is not for you. إن الكلام نحن بنقول ناس اللي قاعدين يكلمون باعوا الوطن وباعونا وعمل، لا. Actually we care. We care about you and we care about this beautiful country called the Republic of South Sudan. وأنا غيور وغير غيور، ولو أنت غيور من أجل هذا البلد أنت بتقول لا، enough is enough. أنت بتقول enough is enough. For how long are we going to be silent? For how long هيكون في عذاب؟ For how long هيكون في corruption? For how long هيكون في موت؟ هيكون في communal violence؟ وأنا وريتكم a tactic behind communal violence عشان هو يقعد في السلطة. Because when we are divided, they survive. When people of South Sudan are divided, when people of South Sudan are divided, when people in Equatorial say, oh, Dinka are the problem, when people of Jungle say, oh, the Nuera problem, or the Faratida are the problem, or the Shuluk are the problem, that's the message that Salva Kiir wanted to hear, because they survive when we are divided. Now they pretend to be a protector, but they are not protected, actually. They are not protected even to their own villages. They are not. They are not protected. They are not protecting anything. Well, raw example is in Telomashida one channel today, you will not see a clean water, share, madaris kwait, you will not see that. Just give you a raw example. You will not see that. طيب ده وجود شنو؟ وجود إني يقعد. وجود شنو إني يقعد؟ عشان تتعذب؟ Are we happy عشان الناس تتعذب؟ South Sudan must be given a chance. زي ما أنا قلت لكم. And the only chance that South Sudan has to get is to reject the authoritarian regime in Juba. Is to reject. أهلنا في واراب ذاته must reject this regime of Salva Kiir Mayardit. Because of Salva Kiir Mayardit, ما في leadership. يا ناس في جنجل قاعدين يموتوا، يا ناس في إكواتوريا قاعدين يموتوا، يا ناس في وسط باركزال ماتوا، يا ناس كم قاعدين يموتوا في الليج ستيت، يا ناس حسب يموتوا في واراب، يا نديل الناس تويت قاعدين يموتوا مع ناس منو؟ مع ناس أبيعي. حاجة ما حصل في التاريخ. يا نديل قاعدين يموتوا because of that weak leadership, and it will continue. By the way, it will continue as long as he is there, because he is not there to protect you. He is there to bring more destruction. He is there for more destruction in the country. That's what it is. عشان كده South Sudan must be given a chance, and that chance إنه حكومة دي ترحل. أنا عارفين already سلفا كير ميار ضميره ده ما من الناس اللي بيقعد بالليل يقول يا أخي أنا ناس ديل they suffer. ناس ديل they suffer من corruption. ناس ديل they suffer من الموت ومن الحرب. 22 سنة they suffer. والآن 16 سنة 17 سنة أنا الآن حكمت الحكومة دي they suffer. ما من البني آدمين فكروا كده. يمكن زول ثاني يقول يا أخي جونكور مالو why he talk too much, why he talk hard on president. well أنا محروق بحاجات اللي أنا شفت فيه. أنا محروق بالسيستم. The system that introduced in South Sudan. ده ما system اللي كان جنوبين حارب من أجله. South Sudanese they fought for justice, liberty, prosperity. إنه يكون في عدالة، إنه يكون في حرية، وإنه يكون في التنمية. These are the core values. Core values. القيم البرنسبل اللي South Sudanese from all different walk of life they walk 3 months to Ethiopian border to bear arm so they can fight their common enemy to become people of decency عشان الناس يكون عندهم dignity. لكن where the dignity today? We have no dignity because of him. We have no dignity. And yet there are some people saying, oh, our president is okay. Our president is good. And people are continue to die. They continue to die. You know what? It takes just someone with willingness. It couldn't do willingness في قلبه. Someone really wanted to do it. زي ما أنا ضربت لكم مثل قبل بجنافيل اللي كان في رومبيك اللي كان في ليك ستيت. زول اللي غالدني واحد بس غالدني يقول لي يا جون كوريا كلامك ده ما صح. ناس رومبيك كان بموتوا بأعداد كبيرة جدا كل يوم بمئات. يا أخي حتى عربية ساكن ماشي في شارع ناس بيشيلوا حربة كده بتاعنا. عربية سيارة كار بيعملوا سبير. But look at this guy جنافيل what he has done. عشان كده أنا قلت لكم قبل ما ده لا PhD وما ده لا كورسات وما ده لا كلام ده كله ما ده لا حرص كتير وكلام فارغ كتير كله لا. It will take determination. إنه أنا جاي in the mission and vision. وميشن بتاعي إنه يكون في stability. وميشن بتاعي إن الشعب بتاعي يستمتع بحرية. وميشن بتاعي إن الشعب بتاعي يستقر وما يهاروا مع بعض وما يموتوا. يكون في حياة كريمة. That's what he has done. At least he went there as the governor of Lagos State and he sat down with the people. What is the problem? What is the problem? Like the question that was asked, what went wrong? The question that asked by National Dialogue Steering Committee, what went wrong? And people of South Sudan have said it clearly. What went wrong is A and B and C and D. Same thing Janafil, في Lagos State ماشي قال لنا what went wrong. كده نسمع كلامك يا بني يا سلطان يا ما أعرف إيه وأنت وفي النهاية شنو they come to the common sense. They come to their senses to reject the violence. ويزول اللي بيقتل ناس، ويزول اللي بينحب ناس، ويزول اللي بيعمل violence في قانون بيعملوها كده بيعملوا كده خلاص. لأن بني آدم وبيخاف من law of land not law of nature. We know this. يمكن يقول لك يا اخي هو مبشر اليامين جيسس وشنو يقول لك والله حاجات دي كله and it can do whatever. But in reality it can do that in front of the people, but actually in private can do a lot of horrible things. And that's why the law of the land always human being بيخاف منه. You know بيخاف منه. And that's what had happened. That's what has happened with that law of the land. Take it, So, if we can do it, others can do it. But above all, زي ما أنا قلت لكم, الإدارة المركزية, الوجنو national government, في جوبا ده, they are so comfortable. They are so comfortable when people of South Sudan are going through mastery. Because that mastery will keep people of South Sudan busy. This is the key, by the way. You need to understand that. Inter كإنسان يعني مؤمن ببلدك ده, you need to understand that. I understand. لأنه they are the source of destruction. I'm saying that because they are source of destruction. Another بيقولوا ده government ده ما بيمشي نحن لو ما عملنا focus on ourselves. What focus are you talking on ourselves? What do I need to do? Other than that, I need to be given room. إذا كان constitution بتاعنا أول constitution بتاع جنوب السودان بيقول يا أخي there is a freedom of expression. Article 23rd, Article 24th. Because there is expression, I have to speak up my mind. I have to be creative. Okay? The basic rights. لزول ما فاهم ده اللي بيقول ممكن والله إننا بس دايرين focus on ourselves and then everything will be okay. How everything is going to be okay if you are not giving chance to express yourself? How everything is going to be okay? انت لو ده تكتب article لما مشيت مثلا قنبه وشفت حاجه كده ما كويس وانت جيت كتبت article في واحد جنرال مشى سرق مشى نهب ارض بتاع زول وعمل انت ما تتكلم عنه وبكره تكتب عنه وتتكلم عنه بيقوم يشيلوك وانت ما بتعرف انت وين. طيب if you cannot express how are going to be okay? Okay, these are the basic. You allow people to express themselves. لأن الناس ذا يا مراية بتاعك زي ما بيقولوا. People are your mirror. Like if you are saying shut up, don't talk, shut up, and then you are doing things that actually are not moving us anywhere, how are we gonna grow? How are we gonna move out of the mess? Because this person actually, he's a mess himself. He is a mess himself. He does not have the vision. He does not have a mission for the country, and you continue to do so. And you are saying, no, he's okay. So that means you are thinking the way that person is thinking. You see, it's something that maybe لو زول قال يا أخي unless نحن نكون متحررين من الرجعية ده, and then we're not going to go anywhere. لأن نحن لازم نكون متحررين. We need, mental emancipation. We need that. تحرر عقلي. تكون متحرر عقليا. لكن لما تكون تبعي دائما بس انت بتسمع كلام ده كلام بنك كلام عشيره بتاعنا كلان فلان ده انت ما متحرر اصلا. انت you cannot come up with anything because you don't want to. And when others are telling you, go and think about it and examine. Don't resist. ما تقول no ده غلط without you knowing. انا ليه زول جونكو زول قال لي كلام يا اخي جونكو كلام ده كذا انا بيجي بعمل بحث الموضوع ده. I'll few research and then I will come to conclusion and know what is right. But I cannot just say, oh no. Actually, we are not okay because if we are not doing to ourselves, and then this government is not going to go anywhere. Well, it's the government by the people and for the people. Why do we have government? We have because of the people. That's why we have the government. But if the people are dying, what is the role of the government then? Their role is to protect them. Their role to make sure the law are there to be respected. But if they are the one that violating it, and if they are the one that actually dividing people so they can remain in power, come on, just be a human being. Think that way. So South Sudan need to be given a chance. And that chance, الحكومة دي فشلت. احنا عارفينها. حتى الإنسان مرة بيغش نفسه بيقول الحكومة دي ما فشل، هو عارف الحكومة دي فشل. وعارف كويس ان الحكومة دي فشل. وطالما الحكومة دي فشل ما في داعي. احنا باصواتنا كلنا نقول لهم يا جماعه يا اخي انتوا فشلتوا. يا اخي في الاسره الواحد لو زول فشل ده بتقول يا اخوي يا اخي ده غلط انت عملت كده وعملت كده وعملت كده. Let it go and then find other way find other way of living. If something is not working, even though with your own wife things are not working, yeah, let her go her own way, and you find the better way to move on with life. This is how the life is. But you cannot just hold on تمسك حاجه وفي مشكله والناس بيموتوا ومشاكل حاصل وكل يوم وجوطه. It's not gonna work. You understand my point. So South Sudan need to be given chance, and that chance is for them to move out the way. Who expected one day, people of Abia have been suffering for a long time. They have been suffering for a long time. وعددهم كم ذاته عشان يقتلوهم. عددهم كم ذاته عشان يقتلوهم. No one deserves to die anyway in جنوب السودان. No one deserves to die. ما أقول قضايا بسيطة، يعني قضية بسيطة بين مجتمعين تويج، وانت لو مشيت تويج الليل ده هتلقى ده كازن وده خالو وده ينايد. أكثر ناس متزاوجين في جنوب السودان مع بعض ده ناس تويج وناس بيه. أكثر ناس متزاوجين مع بعض ده ناس تويج وناس بيه. ناس عايشين سنشوريز بسلام وأمان. لكن because that's why they are fighting. Just someone tell me one day tweet gani harabo ma nadabe. Someone tell me. I am from Northern Barakaza. Nena mnarif nada gani harabo nadmuno. We know who will fight. لكن ناس تويج ما يادد ولا ناس تويج ديل ما حصل يوم أنا سمعت إنه هاربوا مع ناس تابعين. دي حاجة بتقلب. If Janafil is able, to stabilize leg state, Elena Yenyan can general في SPLM cannot stabilize people in Warab state, cannot stop the violence in Warab state. ما أقول الكلام ده. معقول الكلام الناس يموت؟ وفي ناس هناك يرسلوا اصوات في جوبا يقول يا اخي نحن ماشيين وبعد بكره نحن هنمشي ولازم يعني نحن ما عندنا طلق ده كلام يحصل. يا عندك بور بينزف، يا عندك اكواتوري بينزف، يا عندك في جريت ابل ناس بينزف ناس يعني ما في نتيجه. عشان كده يعني الرساله انا قاعد اقوله ان جنوب السودان needed a chance and this government must give South Sudan a chance. كان قروش لقوا قروش كفايه، كان قروش لقوا قروش كفايه، كان سلطه استمتعوا بالسلطه، كان محافل دوليه مشوا في محافل دوليه، محافل الدوليه هم بيجي بدينوا قروش وفي النهايه شنو ما بيجي بيعملوا اي ديفلوبمنت بروجكت ان ذا كانتري. يا شايفين ميق ولا منو ده مشى السعوديه المملكه العربيه السعوديه والامارات وقال يا اخي عشان يجي يعمل شنو يعملوا ماشي قابل مع وزير ري يا اخي عنده مويه نظيفه عشان يكون في وزير ري في السعوديه. قال عشان السعوديه تجي شنو تستثمر في الزراعه في جنوب السودان. يعني بكره يجي يدينوا يشيلوا قروش ويجوا يخطوا في جيوبهم وخلاص الموضوع ده انتهى. عايشين على كده. وهل المملكه العربيه السعوديه هي الدوله يمكن يعني تقوم بزراعه في جنوب السودان؟ ما في ناس تقوم بزراعه في جنوب السودان، ما فيش. ما هنا خبراء الزراعيين بتاعنا we can empower them. That's what needed. That's what needed. Anyway, as I said, African proverb is clear. Until the lion learn how to write, every story will glorify the hunter. Until نحن نقول لا, enough is enough, always Salva Kiir is going to be the hero with corruption, with killing, with all this thing, with division that is created it. Yes, that's what's going to happen. Until we, people of South Sudan, from all walk of life, the man is a protector. Kiir now is a protector. Kiir is not protecting any community. He's not protecting one young guy killed themselves. Can guy move from big guy move when في بور يعني لا قصة جاي يمود بقى بيها كمان دخل فيه عدد البسيط ده بدل ما الناس يعيش في سلام وأمان ما فيش. He's not protecting you, he's distracting you, and actually he's stealing your future. He's stealing your future and he's stealing future of your children there as well. That's what they're doing. لأن لو قاعدين يدينوا قروش بكميات كبيرة جدا جدا لجنوب السودان. دي كانت أنظف دولة مما أخذ استغلال. زيرو لون. لكن الآن وثقوا جنوب السودان ودينوا شنو عشان ياخذوا قروش في جيوبهم عشان يبنوا قصور في نيروبي وين ومناطق ثانية. That's what they have done. They are not there for you, my brothers and sisters. They are not there for you. They are not. And they will not. And you know what? They know. لو ابن البلد وبنت البلد الغيور الكير جاء لجنوب السودان مشاكل كلها هتقف. ما بيكون في communal violence. At least it will have a strategy to stop that violence. Okay? لكن الآن سلفا كير he love violence. إن يكون في violence لأن لما الناس يكونوا بيزي خلاص. هو قال لكم بخشمه. قال أنا ما برسل أي جيش. قال شو الجيش بتاعي ده أنا بقردل نفسي بو وأنا بقعد وأخليكم تشاكلوا وبعد شو لو زول بقى ما قدر يجري. ده كلام تاع رئيس انت سمعته زمان. ده كلام تاع رئيس. ده كلام تاع رئيس. ما كلام تاع رئيس. ده ما كلام تاع زول مسؤول. المسؤول ما بيتكلم زي ده. المسؤول will always find the way to solve the problem. That's why you are there. But if you cannot, just leave it. Because there are people who are capable. They will do it. في زول بيدوك صدر يقول يا أخي أنا ده بلدي أنا. Volunteer will do it. There are volunteer people. There are people who are willing to do that. Our thoughts and prayers with people who are killed in Jonglei, Bor, Murley, Abyei, and Warab, please. Salatin, please. Please, please, please. This government has created more destruction. Has created more destruction. There is no need. There is no need. Said Governor Tawarab, you can do something about that. There is no need for them to die because the Arab filan, the Arab Ilan. There is no need for all this. يا أخي أرض الله واسع يا أخي. الأرض بيتمكم كلكم. لا أنتم في ناس بيشحنكم من ورا، في ناس مشحونين بورا. يقول يا أخي عمل لهم كده وسوي لهم كده وعمل لهم كده وسوي لهم كده. It shouldn't be that way. Please Concord, please Concord يا أخي. There is no need. لما يجي عدو من برا بعدين. أنت عدو الجاي من برا. وأنت قاعد تقتل ناس زي الناس اللي بيقتل بعض. طيب العدو البرا ده أنت هتجيب في وشه كيف؟ هتجيب في وشه كيف؟ There is no need. We should have peace and harmony. كل الكوميونتي. I'm calling upon you. We lost hope long time ago from this government. لكن انتوا عيان بتاعت المجتمع، انتوا الموجودين، انتوا الناس الموجودين، الشعب الموجود، الانتلكtual. Please don't fuel it. Don't fuel the situation. Your word of mouth can make difference. كان انت محافظ بتاع تويت ولا كان انت administrative of BA, no fighting. ناس مرلي، ناس بور, no fighting. Fighting there has been gone for long. But what is the result? What is the result? The result, we are losing sons and daughters. That's the only result. وأي إنسان بيموت ما بيرجع تاني. It's a loss. You know, it's a loss. It's a loss. When people die, they don't come back. They don't come back. So please do your best. Please do your best. Ease the situation. Ease the situation. No fighting. We shouldn't be fighting. No one should be fighting. I know 2 weeks ago I was sick. I want to talk about this issue happening in Bor every time with Morley and Nuer and the Dinkas. This thing must stop. It's too much. It's hurting. This is what people of South Sudan have fought for. We fought so we can have a common purpose. Justice, liberty, prosperity. But we are all aware that in Hakumadi, introduce it, all kind of mystery. And those mystery continue. These mysteries continues. But these mysteries will stop when you stand and say enough is enough. Leaders of Abiy, leaders of Twitch, leaders of Warab, please get together. Because we know we don't have a government anyway. We don't have government. We don't have government that can say, no, is this thing happening? President will go there and will stop this. No, we don't have that. So you protect the well-being of your people. You can do that. You can do that. Can it a sultan? Well, again, ibn al-balad intellectual. You can talk to your people. Please stop fighting. You can say that. Stop fighting. Learn to fight. We will not do anything. Fight will make us lose life. And we lost a lot since liberation struggle. And we continue to lose. And there is no need. There is no need to lose. There is no need for bloodshed. That's why we in UCC, we are convinced that actually this government, the only way is in Shab Yasur. They will never listen, and they will never accept. They will never accept. You know. You're talking what election are? I think our people are out of mind. Some people are out of mind. They are talking about election. They say there is election. What election are you talking about? Election and fight in the country? Election and people are left the country? Yeah, Jama, try to have a common sense, my brothers. Try to have a common sense. Help yourself by understanding, because when you understand, you are helping yourself. You are fooling yourself. Self-care is fooling you, and you are fooling yourself. But try to come to your senses and understand what this regime is all about, what they are trying to do to the people of South Sudan. They've been doing it for a very long time, and they continue to do. You know, don't fool yourself, please. Enough is enough. You have been fooling yourself for a long time. But you don't know what you're doing. You don't know. You don't know. The only way in regime that I know. At the end of the day, now it's so painful. Pain every day. People are getting pain every day. You know, it's so painful. But time will come. When that time comes, I know. انت اللي بتشوف نفسك انت ما شعر بالوجع ده. قال عندك عمك فيه وعندك ولد عمك فيه، هتشعر بالوجع. والوجع ده هيطلعك الشارع. Now you don't feel it. I know you don't feel it. And then بنتكلم كده نقول you don't understand. You don't know what you're talking about. You're sitting here and you're doing all this. Yes, I'm sitting here. I'm paying for this, software. I'm doing all this thing. It's not just for fun. It's not for fun. It's because I care. That's why I pay it. أنا بدفع دم قلبي أنا بشتغل به because I care. I know you don't care. That's why you come to try to belittle me, try to bullying. But you know what? It will never stop me because I am unshakable. Keep that in mind. Good fight for the people of South Sudan. Until South Sudan see the light at the end of the tunnel. Again, no fighting. People of Abyei, no fighting. People of Twi, no fighting. In Bor, no fighting. Everywhere in the country, we don't need fight. And that's why in UCC, have you ever heard that we are calling for armed struggle? We always need peaceful means of changing this government. This is what we have been used. This is what we have been calling. Because our people have died for a long time. And there is no need to carry arms and kill one another. It cannot help it. It didn't help. It didn't help. It didn't help with IO. It didn't help with others. Why should we kill ourselves? Why? It doesn't make sense. So South Sudan must be given a chance because the state of communal violence has worsened by absence of good leadership. Because we know there is no good leadership in the country. ده السبب اللي خلى تفاقم الحالة العنف المجتمعي بغياب الحكم الرشيد. لأن ما عندنا حاكم رشيد في البلد. عندنا حاكم that care about himself. عندنا حاكم that create war عشان people be busy killing themselves. That's what we have. And they're actually enjoying it. And you have seen it. 17 سنة. معقول تباب تشوفه إلا يكون أنت إنسان with no mental conviction. لكن لو أنت إنسان عندك mental conviction, you will say no. People have suffered for a long time. وإلا يكون ما عندك ضمير. لكن لو عندك ضمير أنت بتحس بالضمير الإنساني. Enough is enough. Again, of course, yeah, there is a difference between human and human being. Because human being has a kindness. When he sees people are suffering, will say, no, they shouldn't be suffering. But just a human is an animal, right? Because the animal doesn't care. Animal doesn't care. Because it doesn't reason. It doesn't have that brain of reasoning. يعني ممكن as a buffalo, it has a very good horn that actually can beat up the tiger or whatever, but he will not do it. He will see another buffalo is eaten by a lion, but it will not do anything. That's just a simple human that don't think. They don't have that kindness. And then they say, oh, no, self-care, we are okay. You don't understand what you're talking about, they told me that. You don't understand the politics. It's because they don't know, because they don't have that kindness. They don't have that feeling. But if they do, they will have that pain inside them, and they will say, no, enough is enough. And this is more than enough. This is more than enough to give you a pain. But if you are a human being, like I said, yes, you will have that pain. But if you are not a human being, and then you will say, no, it's okay, it's fine. Now, as I said, from being a political conflict Now the news organization, international news, they are start talking about ethnic problem in South Sudan, which is we never wish to happen, to have any ethnic problem in our country. Political problem is okay, but ethnic problem, no. People of South Sudan, لو كان هم أساسا ناس عايشين بethnic division بيقتلوا بعض ما كان رضوا إنه يكونوا مع بعض ومش بيلفوا وحارب together, the common enemy. That's alone can tell you that. That can tell you that. So South Sudan must get a chance. And that chance is you to speak up, to say, I felt the pain. My relative felt the pain. We have suffered for a very long time. And it's enough, it's enough. We need this country to be given a chance by having a fresh blood, a fresh leadership, a technocratic government that actually will care. Build institution, write a constitution, do a census, draw a constituency in the country. So South Sudan can be a country that we are proud of, that can be a country that desirable even for foreigners to live. Even a country that can be economic zone, you know. That's what we are praying for. But if you keep saying that, no, Salva Kiir is okay, we will not see this big dream that we have been dreaming for a very long time, that we want to be economic zone, that we want to be strong economically, militarily in the region. We can be a good player in the region, but we will not be a good player with Salva Kiir. It's the guy that go and bribe people, bribe leaders. At least they can support the bad thing that he's doing in his country. We reject the violence in all terms. Internet between Ngok Biay and the Twitch. We reject violence between the Boer, the Dinkas, and the Morale. We reject between the Nuer. We reject between the Chuluk. All over the country, we reject all the violence. There is no need for violence. We need peace. Let's just have one say and go to the street and remove the tyrant, because people of South Sudan have suffered and continue to suffer. And the only way is to remove this regime. Please, as I send my messages to the leaders, chiefs, Salatin, intellectual, ease the situation, talk to your people. No fighting. We don't need fighting. Fighting is not going to help. I know it's so painful if you lose somebody. But when you say that I wanted the revenge, yes, you may go and kill somebody. But is it going to bring you the loved one that you lose on that fight? It's not going to bring it. It's not going to bring them back. You will not get them back. You know, it's not going to get them back. It will not get them back. So don't do that. Just try to be mindful and be a peace lover. Be a peace lover. And with that, I think you can have an influence and we can impact that situation, because this fight serve the masters, serve the J1, serve people who wanted to be in power for life. That's what serves them. It doesn't serve people of South Sudan. It doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve your family. It doesn't serve the loved one that you lost. It will not serve them. Will never serve them. I hope and I wish that's the message everyone should send. Because I know we don't have government, but we have you as a citizen. And you must rise up, and rise up today, not tomorrow. Rise up today, not tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. We're supposed to have Ustaz Dengid Ayok, but for some reason, I didn't see him showing up. Maybe the network was not cooperating to him to come here. I wish we will do another episode tomorrow, and we'll continue talking about these important issues. I know, I've been off and on, but we will try to straightforward our schedule and then continue with concerned citizens of South Sudan. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you always. South Sudan must be given a chance. Thank you and have a good night.